He'll get the pitch. Right side, shakes a tackler inside the 40, out of bounds at about the 35 of the Dolphins. Rhamondre Stevenson in his second season out of Oklahoma.
So far, a great start against a tough defense.
Second and short yardage. They'll go to Stevenson looking for it. And is pretty close to that first down yardage at the 33-yard line. Let's see where the spot comes. Christian Wilkins making the tackle.
In the NFL, raising more than $53 million for the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. He is so beloved and so missed, guys.
A friend to many of us, AJ. Thank you. Rhamondre Stevenson turning the corner, running room, and finally bumped out of bounds. Harris takes a break. Rhamondre Stevenson replaces him and has the catch out of the backfield, and he's out of bounds.
Last play, Jones had Lil Jordan Humphrey wide open, couldn't locate him. Hand it to Stevenson. The pile is pushed to the 44-yard line for a gain of 5. Terrible towels being waved. On a give, Stevenson, legs churning for a first down. They avoid the delay of game. The floater is caught by Stevenson, and a modest gain across the 35-yard line of 4 yards. 4-man front. They run. Stevenson to the 40-yard line. Different. He's had a bullseye on him today.
Yeah, it's different when the attention comes your way, the extra blocking scheme, than when you're the second guy.
Pitching. Stevenson, zigzag move, works to the outside. Stevenson's got a first down. That's a nice piece of running from Rhamondre Stevenson. A flag came in late. Play clock. They let it go down to 1. Handoff. Stevenson carries defenders with him. Shedding tacklers and takes it just short of midfield. Second down and 4. We approach 3 minutes to go. Feed it. Stevenson finds the crease, and he's got a first down.
An advantage there in certain situations.
On third down, Jones stands in over the. Stevenson has averaged 7 yards a carry. Gets loose here. Got more than that. Sets up first and goal. Rhamondre Stevenson with a gain of 16. Jones stepped away from the first man. He'll shovel it off to Stevenson. Made a couple men miss. Powered forward. Close to a first down. 19 seconds. From the 25-yard line. Back to throw on first down. Stevenson bumps off the first tackle attempt and turns nothing into a gain of 6 or 7. Patriots just cycle these guys through that running back position, and they are all productive. Stevenson again has a hole for a first down, and a big gain for Rhamondre Stevenson across midfield. Second down and 13. Patriots on the move. Out of the backfield, here's Stevenson. Made Bynes miss. And cross the 25. Now Stevenson, and 2 plays later, the Patriots are in the end zone. Touchdown New England, back to a 1-score game. And it was Rhamondre Stevenson.
You're learning new plays and schemes while you're trying to do it at a high level.
Second and 7, and that's Stevenson with the catch out of the backfield, just a little short, I believe, of the first. He's 4 for 8 for 16 yards. Throwing these safe short passes. Stevenson with a wiggle and then taken down by Quay Walker.
They handed up the middle. This time it's going to be a little tougher.
Stevenson waited.
Catch a lot of passes when you got to tackle at tight end right there. We'll see. He's probably going to block, just a guess.
Second and 5. Zappi steps up, completes it, and that's Stevenson, who's coming up with some plays here in this quarter. Now we ring in October. A bit more today. Here's Stevenson. Stevenson ripping off a good run for another 12 or 13. Sounded like a real long reach. Now he's a big part of it. Yep. Here he goes. Looking to go. Stevenson to the 31.
From the 20, it's Stevenson. First down and more. Still going. Rhamondre Stevenson finally caught from behind. at the 30-yard line of the Lions.
Patriots offensive line, look, they are no slouch either. Cole Strange, the rookie, he pulls, gets a nice kick-out block. Rhamondre Stevenson makes one guy miss, breaks another tackle, and he is off to the races.
Second-round pick out of Baylor, his first NFL action today. Here's Stevenson. Nice move. Another one. Finally down inside the 25 as Rhamondre Stevenson. NFL start. Came out of relief last week in Green Bay. Stevenson first down and more. And Elliott finally forces him out of bounds.
Keep an eye on Garrett. This is 3rd and long. This is usually where he surfaces. Last down, Cannon tried chopping him on the other side.
They're down 10. Stevenson looking for a block. He got it from Myers, and there he goes. Kiss him goodbye. That is a touchdown. 31-yard run. Stevenson and the Patriots have taken the lead late in the first half.
Watches, comes over, kicks out here, but he's not going to run that way. He's going to come back and run it out the backside. Big lane to run through. You saw Garrett coming up the field, as I mentioned. They did not.
Stevenson, the running back. And the call. And the driving block inside. Owenu leads the way and opens the door. And Stevenson is in for 6 on his second rushing touchdown today.
David Andrews, he comes off the ball, double team, and then he gets up to the linebacker, that second level. And that's what allows Stevenson to get in.
3rd down and 5. Blitz coming. Passes to Stevenson. He's out. And near the 30.
This New England offense has been awfully good at creating big plays this year.
Stevenson walks in. Touchdown.
Yeah, a big part of his game is his leaping ability, averaging 21.4 yards per catch. Rhamondre Stevenson with a strong run.
Base to it, no anchor. It sails on him, turns into a pick for New England in perfect shape.
Swing pass, good grab there by Stevenson. Cuts to the outside.
Mac Jones in that first half, 3 sacks allowed, but it was a lot more than that.
Yeah, a number of long drives for New England. They just did not cash in. Handling the contact and then breaking away is Stevenson. Rhamondre Stevenson is forced out of bounds by Mosley.
We marveled about how light he was on his feet in the first half. Now he shows the 230-plus pounds that he can use to break through the line of scrimmage.
Being able to get down to his check down is where he has struggled.
On 1st and 20, this is Stevenson, and look at the running room he finds inside the 25-yard line. Jones throwing, end zone. Oh, what a grab by Rhamondre Stevenson for the touchdown.
On Okereke is playing on the inside, and just when you think that maybe Jones is holding the ball a little bit too long, he just flips his eyes to his left.
It's hard for a quarterback to find somewhere to escape. Quentin Williams been doing that all year.
Like we said, they had 6 in the game a couple weeks ago. 3rd down, 16 underneath Stevenson. He breaks one tackle, and then he is hit by Mosley. Breaks that tackle and taken down by Carter. And they open up in the nickel a lot as their base. 1st and 20. Up the middle they come. Outside he goes. Stevenson. He breaks the tackle right there of Alexander, and then out of bounds with Mosley.
And gives Mac Jones the ball just shy of midfield. Rhamondre Stevenson, nice run to the 36-yard. 10, flips it over to Stevenson, picking up some blocks here. Stevenson, well set up, down the sideline he goes. Stevenson, tough to bring down in the open field, flips the field.
Stevenson's on the right here. This is a chip screen. He's going to act like he's chipping the defensive end, and then he bounces out there. Excellent job by the New England offensive lineman getting on the purple shirt.
Right now they need to give Pilardi some room if they're going to punt, and instead, yeah, he's going to have plenty of room right now because it's almost a first down. It's Stevenson. Played by Allen, 4th fumble to go with 11 interceptions. Meanwhile, great run here by Stevenson. Handful of penalties on both teams tonight, 5 apiece. First and 10 now at the 44-yard line.
You'll see guys clinch divisions, but those last few wild card spots really up for grabs.
Rhamondre Stevenson, first down and more. Worst starting field position of the day for New England. From their 2-yard line, Stevenson coming out of the end zone, found a hole. Rhamondre Stevenson finally taken down at the 27-yard line.
Rhamondre Stevenson, how much can we talk about his importance to this Patriots offense? Finds the hole, and this was guy on a guy, hat on a hat, as we usually say.
First catch for Myers today, and the biggest play of the game on either side. And now Stevenson back home in Las Vegas takes it in to give New England the lead, a 34-yard run. Stevenson into the end zone for a Patriots touchdown.
Watch Cole Strange, bam, kick out, Max Crosby, and it's off to the races for Rhamondre Stevenson.
It's a loss of 9 on the play. The rookie McKinley is in for Holland. Handoff, Stevenson with a hole. Stevenson, the acceleration. Excellent run.
Well, I tell you what, if you're a Patriot fan, you want Pittsburgh to lose and you want the Dolphins to lose.
That's right.
Then you're in the playoffs no matter what.
2nd and 6. Nice run. It's Stevenson. Oof. Guess what? Rhamondre Stevenson just became a 1,000-yard rusher with that carry right there. Pickup of 18. Great drive that began back at the 19 to start the quarter. Approaching 5 minutes in length. And Stevenson able to pull up, make a move. Wow. And Poyer has to hold on for quite a while, running behind David Andrews, and they're down to the 20-yard line.